Alright, so when we go to Botanicas, they are often filled to the brim with these colorful, slippery liquids. Abre Camino, I don't know, like Run Devil Run, with in the all. I mean, if you're in a pinch, you really can't make it. You could use it, but we all really should know how to. I mean, if you're a working, active practitioner, you should know the recipes to all these things. Or if you don't know them by heart, you should have them written down somewhere. I don't know, Wiccans are putting the books of shadows of theirs. Make some little notebook doohickey and call it a day. We should know how to make all these oils. It's very important. And on top of that, we should know how to make them and make them well. If something's not made well, it won't work well. If our hearts are into the actual process, then it's not gonna be a powerful thing. So let's just talk about a few oils. Okay. Like the big one in voodoo at least, and like probably I would imagine a lot of others, this is Van oil. And by voodoo, okay, let's just have a quick conversation about voodoo. Okay, voodoo in parts of the South is the same thing as hoodoo. So let's just move on. Sometimes when people do workings, I know, hold on, they use crazy stuff. Okay, and yeah, moving on. Van oil. The only ingredient that should be in Van oil is lemongrass. That's what makes Van Van oil. Maybe a lodestone. But other than that, there's nothing else you should put in there. I used a little bit of Van oil, or rather, lemongrass oil, lodestone, some lodestone oil, which should really just be all lodestone and some oil, with some rue. Usually, rue is very common, or that's really all that should ever be there is rue. If it's not just an ordinary base oil. That's what it all should be. I sometimes add a clover in there, 4-leaf clover if I can find one. That's about it though. That's about it. Nothing fancy. But you can buy lemongrass oil like if you live in New York City. There's a magical 125th Street because the African people there are like magical merchants from the Orient and sell oils and incenses. It's very odd. It's a very odd thing, but it's slightly enjoyable. They sell lemongrass oil right there. I mean, granted, listen. Okay, yes, there's essential oils. There's perfume oils. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't. It doesn't matter at all to me. To me, it doesn't. If you're in a pinch and you need to and you only have I don't know, one drop of frankincense oil left, new frankincense oil, you should use the perfume. There, I've said it. Okay. So, and the other thing too is when there are herbs, they should be fresh. They should, if you can't get them fresh, then obviously dried is the obviously good choice. But fresh herbs are like the best because they still have life in them, and that life, that energy that exists in them, can be transferred to the actual oil, which is good. Um, I always add orris root to my oils, or if they're gonna sit around for a little bit, because orris root is a preservative for these things. I think that's what I've been told by a Wiccan. So who knows if it's true? I don't know. Maybe the goddess of orris root protects it. I don't know. So, sometimes I add orris root, sometimes I add a little salt, unless it's for the dead. Then I do not add salt. And then I'll just make it out of jojoba oil, which never goes bad, just so you know. Olive oil I try to stay away from because it's already very heavy. It has a smell. Everything has a smell, but it has a very recognizable smell that makes it sometimes a bit, that smell of olive oil. Sometimes it's good, but then other times it just goes south really quickly. When we're making oils too, even just base oils, we should also pick them out with some sort of understanding of what's in them. I mean, granted, maybe an olive oil will be perfect for you if you're doing like some money stuff, some peace work, you know. But maybe you need like a mineral spirit. Maybe you need like sunflower seed oil, or like if you're doing some sort of Asian thing, like using like soy, yeah, or some kind of Asian thing. Tinctures, making oils and from taking those ingredients and making them more like spirits. You know, like alcoholic spirits, not like spirits. Is also another thing I'm also quite interested in. Um, like for example, agar wood it infuses really well with alcohol, and then you have a very strong, powerful thing. And actually, it's not really a secret. People don't always know this, but an additive you can add to black cat oil is agar wood for contacting spirits like that. Just a thing. Maybe you didn't know. Just here to share. Um, so there's that as well. In the infusing into alcohol. Um, a third one, which don't do as often because you need to buy like bases and that are like used making it into like an ointment, like a lotion. I would imagine that could be very interesting. Um, I only really make 3 of them, and I rarely make those at all. So I mean, but it could be a very good experiment, and someone should try. Bath salts, they're pretty popular nowadays with orishas. But you know, actually, what I've noticed is there is never an ochosi one. They seem to never make an ochosi bath or spear or salt bath or soap. I don't know. Maybe someone needs to do that. Could be very good for those ochosi priests that have to be out there. Have to be. So anyhow, moving on. Um, just things you have to consider when you're making these oils. Is the preparation. It's not about putting them together. It's not the destination. It's the journey. So if it takes you 3 weeks to get everything, it takes you 3 weeks. And granted, you can open your kitchen cupboard and make like hot foot powder. You can open most cabinets in America and make some hot foot powder. It's true. Or if you had there's lots of stuff or money stuff. Most people have the ingredients to make like an Algiers luck oil or a bay laurel financial oil. Simple stuff. Um, and here's another thing too. I'm not saying that those colorful oils in the bottles don't have their own thing, because sometimes, yeah, it's actually the action of buying it is the part of the magic. But we should just know how to do those things. I think or if you can't do it, form like a group of people loosely or very strictly, like that have set personal skills. Oh my God, this concept already exists, and it's called a coven. Holy shit! I know. But yeah, I know. Control yourselves. Um, so I'm going to probably make another video tonight on another topic. I hope this is somewhat helpful. I really just want to start getting used to making videos and just telling myself about stuff I know, and hopefully helping people along the way. So thank you very much for listening, and please comment and tell me things or not. Alright, bye-bye.